Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, I got all the parts cleaned up. I think it's about a dozen pieces there. And my goal for today is to see if it is possible to put an LED in this light. This morning I went down to my workshop and I got my drill press vise. Little by little, the workshop is moving upstairs. Well, at least the light stuff. The heavy stuff is going to stay down there. Okay. I think if I use a piece of rubber here, this thing is tapered, so it doesn't want to. It's not going to want to clamp in here. I should move you in. I'm sure you all know what this is. Some of you probably got one there. It's very, very common. They still make this. I got this at I guess you call it a flea market. It was only $5. Yeah, and it's just like new. So I was pretty happy about that. Okay, so I think if I take this and use a piece of rubber, it should be able to cushion it, so I'm not going to squash it. All I have to do is just hold it so that it doesn't move when I bring the bit down into the plastic. I got my drill adjusted for its slowest speed, which isn't actually all that slow, but it's not bad. I think it's around 400 RPM or something. The big drill press that I have down in the workshop, it'll slow right down to about half that speed. Anyway, where are we going here? All right, let's just sort of recompose because you really can't see what's going on, and we will use the macro lens when we get right in there and start drilling the tiny little holes. At least that's the plan. I think this is going to work out. I know that we're going to have to also make a hole in the top of the deck in the appropriate place. And yeah, I just hope this is not going to end up being a disaster here. I don't think the wires are going to show up, even though I'm not going to paint the deck, the clear deck. I don't think we're going to notice the wires, unless we were to really look for them. But they won't catch your eye, that sort of thing. We now have all the little pieces for steps 61, 62, and 63. Because as you remember from yesterday, I think it was 63 only required 2 pieces that we didn't already have. So now that doesn't mean we're done with 61, 2, and 3, because these parts have to actually be placed in the appropriate place, but we can't place them until they're painted. So we're sort of jumping back and forth here. I think, as I mentioned yesterday, I'd like to do all my painting all at once, especially if I'm going to spray. Okay, let's recompose here. Try and get this part mounted in the drill press vise. That's what I'm calling this thing. I don't know what the official name is for it. And hopefully it's going to fit on this small drill press. I don't think I have ever used this in conjunction with this before. The drill press down in the workshop, it has a really large adjustable base or table. And anyway, those of you that go back 7-8 years, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's just get at her here. We're ready for Missy the dog. Oh, one of the viewers was asking me, what is this thing? Well, it's a huge, extra long selfie stick. That's all it is. It goes out to 3 meters, or 9.5 feet. So, and it's really good for when Missy leaves, and I can get the camera way up in the air like a drone. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have any big news here. Oh my goodness, I didn't notice how cold it was. This is honestly the first time I've checked the temperature. It's minus 31.5 Celsius. Woo! Yeah, poor Missy, she's going to be 3 footing it before she even steps out the door. Now, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about when we say 3 footing it, it means she's always keeping one paw up as she's walking. She doesn't put them all down in the snow at the same time. Yeah, poor little dog. Anyway, where are we here? Let's just recompose. I don't think I've got any more news. Yeah, I guess right now the weather's the news, isn't it? Okay. All right, we don't have the macro lens on, but we're probably close enough here. When I first got this drill press vise, it had wooden jaws mounted in it, and I took it out because I would, at the time I forget why it was, but I thought I didn't need those, and I put them off to the side somewhere. So I thought, well, if I ever want to use them again, I can put them back in. But you can see there's little holes there. Well, those are actually threaded, and so now what I'm doing is I'm just using some scrap wood that I had under the model table. I think I was using these pieces to make up a cradle for the Bismarck and what have you. Okay, now this I may have shoved this down too far here. Okay, I'll try not to get my fingers in your way. Maybe I can wedge it in better if I hold it like this. Close it up just a little bit here. No, I don't want to mark it. Now the idea is to have it so that the bottom will be parallel to this, and it will be, I think that when the rubber squeezes it together, it's going to be basically correct this way. I think that's about right. Okay, let's see what happens when I squeeze this together now. Is it going to go out of whack a bit? Alright, now I don't want to squeeze it too hard, but I'm pretty sure that when we try to drill a hole right in the middle here, which is where I want it, it's not going to want to move. No, I can tell by the feel of it there, it's going to be perfect. Now, as long as I can get this set up on the drill press so that I don't go too far. See if I can turn it around here. I don't know if it's going to give you a better view or not. Okay, let's get it on the drill press and see what we can do here. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I've adjusted the depth stop, so that it won't go all the way through. Because once I start going, I can't see where the end of the bit is, obviously. So let me zoom in a little bit and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's recompose. Put the macro lens on here and take a nice close look. Okay. Been a bit of tweaking here, like about half an hour. But I think I finally got it. Now it looks to me like that's going to come down in the center there. I wonder if I should have had that vise a little bit tighter. Notice how well, let's see what happens when I start drilling. Okay, there's the pilot hole. Okay, now I basically only get one shot at this, and I was having a hard time getting the vise to stay still. I'm just wondering if maybe I can't do better to just hold it with my hand here. Let's get it running here and see if I can manage to hold it still. Okay, the die is cast. Can't take it back now. Okay. Let's get this monstrosity off of the model table here and see what we got. I think it's going to work out. Now this bit that I used is just a smidge smaller, if you remember, than the LED. So I can't really use the reamer too good in this to enlarge it. So I'm thinking that maybe what I can do is use extra thin to sort of meld it and just sort of shove it in place. At least that's my thinking at the moment. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Okay, let's get cleaned up here. Look who's here. Look who's here. The frozen Missy.
Cold, the wind chill of the winter.
Yeah, it's cold.
It'd be like minus 47 Celsius, like minus 55 Fahrenheit. This kind of temperatures we had when I was bush flying in the Yukon back in 73.
Yeah, it'd be hard to get the old airplane started in that weather.
Yeah, we keep it in the hangar and put an in-car heater in against the engine. We could get up to 2,000 feet. It'd be about 20 degrees warmer. So I canceled. I delayed my appointment with the surgeon.
Oh, for your hand?
No, for my hip.
Oh,
It's a
follow-up.
follow-up
The follow-up. Okay.
She said, why? And I said, it's too cold for my car. So she booked me. She booked me on Friday. She must have known it's warming up to -5 on Friday.
Warming up to -5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's warm for Winnipeg.
It'll be toasty. Is that suet?
Yeah, I gotta get it on the bird feeder. That's as far as it got. I took it out. It's been in the fridge for 2 years.
So the chickadees have eaten the old pilot suet down, have they?
Well, they kind of did. They didn't seem to really go for it.
Maybe it wasn't cold enough.
I don't know.
Come on up. Black Dragon, you're a good dog. Oh, you're a fine dog. I am.
Well, Missy, you got time to say goodbye? Huh? Take a little moment out from your scratching? Okay.
Thanks, Uncle Ron.
All right.
I'll see you this app.
We'll see ya.
Missy, have Bye, Missy. Woo! Cold.
Yeah, and I gotta go get my recycle bin. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Oh yeah, it's Monday, garbage day in Winnipeg. All right, let's get ourselves recomposed here and continue on. I think we're going to have this lit up by the end of this episode, all being well. Oh, where's my tweezers? Now we got to cut this piece out here. I don't want to cut it out any higher than I need to. I'm going to just turn this at a better angle for myself here. Now that is the top. I'm thinking of maybe trying to fill that with that divot that we were talking about with sprue goo. I got that a little bit too tight here. All right. Oh, Missy the dog is coming to the door. I gotta push pause here. She's coming for her noon treat. Okay, now my plan is to just cut it down so that it's going to be flush with this. You know what, I should put the macro lens on. You'll be able to see it a lot better. Yeah, I think that's pretty much straight. And the hole that we drilled is right here. And it goes to about like that. You can see where the plastic has almost fell out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the razor saw and we'll cut it about right here and see what we've got. now, if I take my hobby knife, I'll try and get this piece out here. I know you can't see me cutting on it. You know, maybe what I should have done is done right here as well. Oh, there. It's almost perfect the way it is. Maybe I don't need to do too much messing around here. All right, now if we can force the LED in, where's the LED? Okay, here's one that we're going to use to test. Okay, if I force it in, that might be all right. Can I go a little bit further up? I think we can go a little bit further up yet. Alright, what kind of a mess have I got going on the other side there? I'm probably going to block your vision here now. I might be best trying to do this off camera. All right, now there's quite a bit of plastic from here to the top, which I think I'm going to try and repair. Maybe I'll do that next. So I don't think the light is going to go through the plastic. There's about 2 millimeters here, and I don't think that the LED will shine out the top. I suppose it could, but I don't think it will. You know, after all, I am going to have the LED dumbed down with resistance. So now this won't go all without being forced. So let's recompose here and see if we can force the LED down into this hole. Yeah, I'm just going to clean this up a little bit off camera. It's a little bit on the messy side, and I think I can probably do a little better job. At least that's the plan. Okay, I mixed this sprue goo up, way back when we were doing the Bismarck build. And I think if we let that little dollop of goo dry on the top here, and then sand everything smooth. kind of hard to do, but I think we got get rid of these strings here. Yeah, let's get the lid back on. All right, now the problem is with this is that we are not going to be able to do the LED today because we have to let this dry so that I can sand it down. So I'm going to call her quits here for this afternoon. I know you can't see the clock, but it's 3 minutes to 1 already. Monday, Wednesday, Friday I get a coffee visitor, so I have to quit a little bit early anyway. We did pretty good. I can see that this is, I think we got a better than 50% chance of this being successful. Yeah. I don't know what to say here. Thanks for watching, everybody, all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.